So every day I pray the Lord's Prayer. And when I get to the part where it says, deliver us from evil, sometimes I pray that I'll stay away from evil people, that I won't even meet them, that I won't even encounter them, that I can stay away because there's some people you just don't want to meet. But what about those other people that are not evil, but they do have some areas of foolishness? How do we avoid a fool? What do we even look at in our relationships to avoid foolishness that might entrap us? And so I want to look at the difference between a wise person and a fool. Just three things. First of all, is that there's a difference in the way they listen. Proverbs 13:13 says, the wise respect the commands and get the reward, but the fool, they have contempt for God's law and they pay the penalty. It's a matter of listening. It's an attitude of listening that is embedded in a person, and it really does play itself out on a regular basis. The other thing is the way they talk. A fool and a wise person have two different ways of talking. Proverbs 13:3 says the wise guards his mouth, but the fool just opens it up and talks and talks and talks, and ruin comes. The third thing, the third contrast between the wise and the fool is the way they work. Proverbs 13:4 says the wise are diligent, and there's a payoff to that diligence. But the fool is lazy, is a slacker, does nothing. They're always wanting, but they're never seeing things come to pass. Now, when you come across people like that, you want to avoid those areas so they don't impact your life and so that they don't move you in a direction that you ought not go. As a matter of fact, if you look through the book of Proverbs, it tells you over and over again, don't associate with certain people because they're really going to make trouble for you in this life. And I think it's really smart to pay attention to how close you get to people and make sure that you're walking with the wise, because Proverbs says the person who walks with the wise will be wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm.